Audio. There we go.
Make it to the end. If you can make it to week 14, you can start hedging and make 50 or 100.
Okay, we're on.
Yeah, we're on. We're
All
live.
right, good.
Welcome, everybody. Take a minute to get into the room. Share it so other folks know.
What did I get? I get done 30 seconds ago.
Yeah,
30 seconds. 1 minute ago I was not ready, but now I'm ready.
that's right. Well, cheers. Great
All
to see
right.
you. Happy
Everybody
Beer
out
Friday.
there, we got some audience
Cheers.
here. We got some guests coming.
Party.
Getting
party.
bigger and bigger.
People in here.
Last Beer Friday we had what do we have? 7,000-8,000 people watched it, as opposed to the usual 4 or 5.
Yeah, we had a little bit more, but you know.
Okay, first of all, we have to acknowledge all of our beer contributors.
Yeah, there's a lot more beer coming to the office these days.
I tell you what, we might not make any money, but we're never going to have to buy beer again. I swear. But here's the thing. This is all on me. This is my bad, so bad. Is that when they bring them in, I write down their names. And then when it gets to the end, we're always so cramped. There's so much going on, I can't find my list.
Right.
So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to thank and name everybody on this one. Although we will. We'll find that list, and at some point we will. But Jim P. brought us Sapporo.
Thank you, Jim.
Yes. Brian S. brought us an 18-pack of Warsteiner.
Okay. I'm having one right now.
Yeah, all kinds of, okay, you're drinking the Warsteiner.
Yeah.
Okay, now, this one's the bad one, from Wisconsin. Husband and wife brought them in, and I don't have their names. I thought it was Ellen and something, but I could not. I looked everywhere. That's why I was late almost getting here. Couldn't find them, but I got all the information. It's called Spotted Cow from New Glarus Brewing Company.
Okay.
And they say you can only get it in Wisconsin.
Interesting. Okay.
Right. And I guess they bring it to all their friends and everything else. That's what I'm drinking here.
All right.
And, remember the days where you're probably too young, the days when everybody used to go crazy for Coors and Olympia.
I don't know. Yeah.
Coors and Olympia. And then there was one called Rainier. And they all came from Oregon and Washington. And they had this one ad, it would go, Rainier beer. And then they would play that over and over. Rainier beer. And everybody used to bring them like Coors was some big deal. Like now we look at Coors, we look at like piss water, right?
Yeah.
You kind of like throw it away or something.
Well, I'll tell you, that's why I drink Coors. If you see me lately, I'm drinking Coors Light because I can drink it a lot. I can drink a lot of Coors. It's like water.
There you go. All right. The exact opposite of one of our guests here, Frank B., who's going to be coming on.
That's right.
He'll drink as little beer as he can with the highest alcohol content so he can get to where he wants to get
Frank
as soon as
likes
possible.
his
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So, guess.
Well, we also got to, I was going to say we got to give a shout out to our audience.
Please do.
To Paul and Ann. Thank you guys for coming. Not only coming, but coming with a case of beer and a
you
cooler.
brought a case too.
Yeah, a case and a cooler.
What kind of beer did you bring?
Heineken,
IPA, and Michelob Ultra.
Oh my goodness. All right, there's something for everybody.
They got the Michelob Ultra for Tanya.
Oh, okay. Well, we talked about Paul in the last show. You saw it, right?
Yeah.
He's the one that saw me pick me off at the pass.
Yeah.
In Henderson. Well, I'm trying a prime rib, drinking it. Right? I'm trying a prime rib at 11 in the morning. And Paul's the one that yells, AC in the house.
Yeah.
He says, AC in the house. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
At the pass? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
And he's like, do you remember? Like, yeah, I remember. I absolutely remember that.
Well, and Paul's also the one who I saw at Silverton maybe 2 weeks ago. And right as I walked by, he hit a 4 of a kind. So way to go. Can't win if you don't play. And also, Paul's the guy who supports my Keno habit.
Oh my gosh.
He says, you know what, Andrew, I like Keno too.
That's okay.
So thank you, Paul.
Yes, some people like mosquitoes. Some people, it's just like you never know. You never know, right?
That's
all
great.
right. So in our guests, we've got Frank B.
Yep.
Who has come in from Mexico, working on our book all about sports betting, which he's contributing to. It's Blair Rodman's book, but Frank's got some important things in there. We got the Angry Greek is here again, George Antonakis.
That's right.
And George is going to tell us about all the good food he's found lately. Is that right, George?
Well, George is also fresh off the WSOP.
Yes, we'll talk some WSOP.
A little bit of poker.
We'll get into that. Mike Mizrachi is like the greatest player of all time, apparently.
Yeah.
I guess.
The grinder.
We'll talk about that. Cool. Well, we got any questions here? First, we'll bring them on in about 15 minutes. Then we're going to have a longer period with the guests today because they've got a lot to say.
Vegas Brent has a little bit of a warning, Anthony. He says the Spotted Cow is great. He said there's more alcohol in that beer than others, so beware.
Oh, thank you. I was just drinking it. Okay, so here's a question. Has the hand pay gone up to $2,000?
Everybody wants to know.
Everybody wants to know about
What's going on with this?
The taxable.
Yeah.
It hasn't yet, but it's going to. All right, so everybody's talking about the bill that you can only write off 90% of your losses, all of that. But also tucked into that was a clause that said the reporting would go up to 2,000. Now that's not what everybody was looking for. Everybody was looking for 5,000, 5,800.
Yeah.
All things that would make more sense. Maybe over 4,000, so you could hit a royal in dollars.
Right. Exactly.
And it not be a taxable. All right. Now, obviously, all winnings are supposed to be taxable, but it would not be a reported taxable.
Right.
But what they did, and I mean, we didn't even know it. I didn't even know it for I don't know how long, until we found a couple of people writing about it. And then we looked into it. It looks like they've raised it to 2,000, which is real strange.
Really strange, yeah.
Because that doesn't change anything for video poker.
That's right.
It'll change a few other things for slots and stuff. But if you hit a quarter royal, it's $1,000. It's not a taxable.
Right. So it's below the threshold currently.
So you think at least they would say you could play 50 cents, but 50 cents will pay you 2,000.
Right.
And if it's at 2,000 and not 2,001, that's a taxable anyway.
Right.
So it doesn't really make any sense.
Well, the other thing, Anthony, is you said that they've been talking about raising this taxable number for many, many years. I think you said it went back to the 90s.
Yeah.
So for them
Well,
to
it's from the last time this has stood.
Yeah.
Back into, I believe, the early 90s.
So for 25 years of people saying, "Hey, let's raise it," the best you got is $800.
Yeah, I know.
mean,
I don't know what they were trying to accomplish with that.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a little bit better, but it doesn't change a heck of a lot. It'll change some progressives. So now people, you see a $1,400 progressive or you see a $1,700 progressive. Now you can play that without worrying about the taxable.
Right.
And people go, well, why? You're supposed to pay your taxes, and why would you worry about it? Well, some people don't want to report everything, and some people don't want to go through the hassle of the hand pay and having to fill out all the documentation and everything else.
I feel you.
So, and most people are going to lose anyway, so there's really no reason for the IRS to even have that information, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, my buddy Derek is commenting, Andrew, you were grubbing on that salad and steak at the old Whiskey and Inspirata. I see you trying to keep that chick magnet bod for the ladies. Drink up.
What's this about?
So Derek is a former police officer who moved to Vegas and lives out there in Inspirata. I was watching my parents' dog, and he watches the show, and he bought me dinner. And he noticed that I was trying to keep my petite figure by eating a salad. He said, "Hey, Derek, there's steak in here too, man."
I got it. Well, Paul tried to buy me that prime rib. I wouldn't do it. I said, I'm not going to use your comps, man. I'm not going to use your comps. All right, so here's a quickie question we can answer very easily. Hi, Anthony and Andrew. Has there been interest for an updated version of Dunbar's Risk Analyzer for video poker?
Oh.
I don't know. Why would you need an updated version? It's a great program to use if you're a serious video poker player, and I don't think there were any bugs in it. Now it's a what do you call it? Excel? What's Excel called?
Spreadsheet.
It's a spreadsheet program.
Yep.
All right, so it's not like a computer program, but it's a spreadsheet program that you got to kind of work hard to figure it out and work it out. But the information is unbelievable for it. So I would say no interest in an updated model, but I don't know why you would want an updated model. So you'd have to explain to me what needs to be updated about that.
Interesting.
But it's a good program, and we've continued to sell it for years.
Okay.
And there's also a blackjack analyzer too, that does again bankroll stuff and things like that.
Can you still play video poker through LVA, the website?
No, we don't. Well, you can actually. We can.
It's the ultimate game.
Yeah, the Ultimate X game.
Okay.
And you can play Ultimate X on our thing. We've been threatening to build out this game room for years, and we haven't been able to get to it, but we will. Eventually, we'll get to it, and you'll be able to play. But none of our we used to have actual full casinos and all that stuff when we were fooling around with the social gambling, right? And it just didn't fit for us, so we stopped doing it.
Timothy's got a good question on there.
Okay.
Timothy, we'll find the question in a second. Timothy,
It's probably
is it at the bottom? Is that
Yeah.
the top? Oh, Timothy Parking. When I play blackjack, I play pretty good basic strategy. Would Anthony have a tip that would increase my edge a little bit?
Absolutely.
Oh, cool.
Turn pretty good to perfect. That will increase your return right off the bat.
Okay.
You hear this way too often. I'm pretty good. You know, I play by the book. I do this. I'm like, I know most of it. You've got to know it perfectly. You've
Okay.
got to have basic, before you do anything to get any better, you've got to know basic strategy cold. And you've got to play it absolutely the correct way. Because every time you misplay a hand, same in video poker, you misplay a hand according to what's optimal, you're costing yourself fractions of a penny, but they all add up. And if you make a big mistake, more than fractions of a penny.
Okay.
So yes, my first advice would be go back to the basic strategy table, make sure you know it cold. Then you start moving up. And you would start doing card counting methods that allow you to, tell you when you should increase your bets, but not so much. You continue to play by basic strategy. Now you will gain, again, even to the point where you will cross over into positive territory if you're doing it well. The next step is to learn how to vary your strategy. So the most important thing in card counting is to vary your bet. The bigger the spread, the better. But once you've got that down and you're varying your bet, now you start to learn to vary strategy, and that's how you go up. And for the best book for that, I still say, would probably be Knockout Blackjack.
Okay. We've said that on the podcast before. Knockout blackjack is probably the best type of card counting that you can do.
But that's the absolute answer, true answer to that. First thing, you said it, you condemned yourself there. You said pretty good. Pretty good's not good enough. You got to know basic perfect.
Okay. So I guess maybe assuming that he memorizes basic strategy, never has a question about it, is there any reason that you would deviate from basic strategy?
Not really until you learn those deviations.
Okay.
But you make those deviations, you'll learn those deviations after you learn a simple card counting system to raise your bet and bet higher and lower into the good and bad counts.
Okay.
Okay?
And the continuous shuffler negates all card counting.
Usually, not always. Anything to add to that, Frank? Frank being a blackjack expert?
Lack of any special information that's not easily available at the table, yes. It's one big endless deck that you play.
Oh, you're talking about but I'm saying for him to improve his game, would you add anything to that he could do right off the bat? I guess you could say play the fewest number of decks as possible, because you get a slightly better, less of a casino edge when you're playing fewer decks. One deck's better than two decks better than four, whatever, assuming they all pay 3 or 2 on blackjack.
Right.
Stay away from 6 to 5 blackjack games, things like that.
Okay.
Okay? Cool. We'll have Frank on in a minute. He'll have plenty to say about everything.
You've also mentioned you want to play at a full table instead of an empty table because you play less hands per hour.
Yeah, you definitely always want to play at full tables when the casino has the edge. And when you're playing basic strategy, except in the rarest of situations, the casino will still have the edge against you. So you want to play at a full table, hence you will get fewer hands, hence they will be drawing your money out more slowly.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, there you go. That's great.
That's enough. We're done, right?
Yeah.
That's it? Okay.
Thank you, and good night. Any word on getting Vegas Paulie C in the studio?
Well, why do we need him?
Hello.
We have you.
That's right.
You can do him just about perfectly.
Well, hello. This is LVA's Andrew A.
Isn't that amazing? Vegas Paulie C.
Yeah.
I mean, you either love him or hate him. Based on what I've seen, no, you don't, because I don't love him and I don't hate him. I like him.
I like him too. I like him a lot. I think I've been reposting some of his stuff on my Instagram because it's really good.
Yeah, I think we will. We've got a long list for when we do the guest shows. I mean, like when we have guests on with Beer Friday, these are usually mostly our friends, like Frank and George. And Frank and George.
Yeah.
Put the two together, right? It's like a monster guests, right?
Frank and George.
But with them we do the individual guests. Paulie C is on the list.
Yeah.
We'll get him.
Definitely.
We'll get him.
And you know him. You've met him.
I know him.
Yeah,
I do like him. Like I say, I like him. I've always had really good, relationship with him. I always have.
Any word on Andrew Kahneman?
Oh, Andrew Kahneman. What's happening with Andrew?
Andrew Kahneman texted me 2 days ago.
Now, people loved him from the show. The former GM of the Downtown Grand stepped away and now maybe is doing something.
Yeah. And he texted me a couple days ago, and he told me he's very close to a job, a big job again somewhere else. And I asked him if we could give any details, and he told me absolutely not. So, so I can't tell you anything else about Andrew Economy right now, except that he's alive and well and paying attention. He might even be watching right now. Andrew, get on there if you're watching.
All right, and then we tell the audience that wherever Andrew lands, go support him because you know you love him. You know he does great. So wherever
He's one of the few really good ones. We had Jonathan Jossel on. I think Jonathan's a terrific guy. He gets it. You know, there's a few casino people that get it.
Now, I saw Jonathan Jossel in front of the plaza on July 4th, and he was out there, you know, with the people, shaking hands, getting ready for the fireworks, and you know, just what a class act. I also see Vegas Paulie C doing a lot of gambling at the plaza online.
Okay.
So I think that's probably really good.
Well, you look at it all. You know, it goes back to, you know, basically Jack Binion used to do that, go out among the people. Certainly George Maloof, you know, was always among the people, always out there.
Yeah.
You know, these are the great operators that you know how to interact with their customers, and you know, they have the best joints. They do.
Chris and Rick, thank you for running the room. Thank you for telling everybody to like, share, and subscribe.
Cool.
Chris and Rick from Chicago. Let's see.
Oh, this is an interesting one right
Yeah.
here. Any word on the D Casino taking out McDonald's spot? I'll be there in 2 weeks. I didn't know. You know, we wrote about this in the Advisor. That McDonald's at D's had been there for years, decades, and the D didn't like it, but they wanted to do something else with it, ostensibly, or they didn't like their deal, but they had a deal, and almost like, you know, a lease or an agreement.
Yeah.
And finally, they were able to come to an agreement, and the McDonald's left them. And I think McDonald's also left the plaza, correct?
Yeah.
I think it did.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, what are they going to put in that spot that was the McDonald's? And nothing. They haven't done a darn thing there. And I asked somebody who was kind of high up at the D and in that, you know, circuit group and all that, what they had planned. They said they just, too many other things going on. They haven't been able to do anything with it.
Okay.
So no plans as of now that I know of.
Let's see. This is from Terry B. How does it work when you get the taxes taken out of a jackpot? Does the casino still tell the IRS that they gave you the money for a jackpot, or can you just forget about it?
I think honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's reported, and it's reported that they were taken out.
It's reported.
Is that true?
I've had
Yeah.
multiple W-2s for poker.
Okay, so they'll.
You have to claim it, but you can write off. I mean, well, you could have wrote off 100% until last week.
Yeah. Okay, so they do report it,
They report it.
even when they take it out. Even when because that's the question when they take it out.
That they're reporting.
Which leads me, okay, and that's from George. Okay, now, which leads me to a question. Somebody says, where is it? Right here. When you keep gambling records yourself, what is considered acceptable in the eyes of the IRS? Okay, great. I would answer that, but there was an answer after. This was in the comments section. The answer said there are books about that. I think Gene Scott wrote one a few years back.
Tax Help for Gamblers.
Tax Help for Gamblers. That's the book that we published.
Yep.
Gene Scott and Marissa Chin and Russell Fox. But then there was another comment after that said, don't waste your money on a whole book for this simple question. Win-loss statements from each establishment are adequate for the IRS records of wins and losses for the year. All right. I would say that's bad advice. Don't read a book about taxes because you don't want, you can get an easy answer to this. There's a lot of nuance when it comes to this stuff. And perhaps that question that was just answered, I can't remember, it's a long time since we published that book, that might be answered there. And this book, Tax Help for Gamblers, is an entire book that answers just about any question you would ever have or tell you where to find the answer about a tax question.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm just trying to hawk our own books, but I don't think that's great advice saying don't waste your money on a book about that for one question because a lot more questions would be answered.
Okay.
All right.
Paula posted the link for the book.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Oh, good. So there's a
link
link
is
in
posted. Link is posted for the book. What's the timing? About 15 after?
4:20.
Good. Let's bring in our guests.
Okay.
All right, and we'll
Great.
get to a few things.
All right. So we'll bring in our guests, Frank B. and George Antonakis, the Angry Greek.
There's 2 chairs over
Come on in here, guys. Grab some chairs.
What do I do with this?
Yeah.
See the audience.
Frank, you sit on it.
I like that.
Shout out to the grinder. All hail the grinder.
We're going to talk about it right now. We're going to talk
That's
about
one
the
of the
grind.
comments. That's from Gorgie. I'm dyslexic. It looks like Gorgie Morsu.
It does. It sure does. I thought you were trying to say George again.
Are we all going to squeeze on this
Okay,
side?
move around, Andrew.
Here,
All
I
right,
can,
let's do it. Come on in, guys.
Okay, if you don't know, it's going to be Frank to my direct right and George to the end.
Try not to spill this.
And you will know who George is if he gets mad and gets crazy and starts.
Yeah, I'm not even in the. Did I make the cut?
All right, so are
It's
you
going
in?
to take a second,
I don't know.
George.
Are they in?
Look at
I
it.
think,
I'll sit on Frank's lap.
Yeah, come on.
All right.
Okay, so George just got done playing the World Series of Poker. Any luck?
Small winner.
Small winner.
Good.
Nice job.
Well, of course, I misplayed a hand and busted myself out. But
Well, it's
Everybody, on the last hand, it's always a bad beat. Did you
I-
have the
I-
best of it?
no, I always get bad beat to lose, almost always.
Right.
But no, I actually really, that guy was older and he just triple barrel bluffed me, and I was like this, and I got him to talk. I'm like, he's weak as hell, and I still folded. Bad, didn't go with my read. Those are the hurtful ones. When you
Alright.
know what you should do, you don't go with your gut, and you.
Well, let's talk about somebody who didn't run bad. So what Mizraki did is what? I mean, like how
no,
epic
it's-
is that? So let me just go over it. Mike the Grinder, they call him Mizraki. Anything but a grinder, I would say. First of all, he wins the Poker Players Championship, $50,000 buy-in. He wins it for the 4th time.
That in itself is one of the most amazing accomplishments in poker, because you're literally playing all the games against the best players in the world at all these different games. So right there is like a Hall of Fame worthy accomplishment, just
Yeah.
doing that.
And in the same year, he gets into the main event, makes it to the final table, rolls the final table.
10 for 10 on his last 10 all-ins after
Right,
he went
yeah.
down to 3 big blinds. 0.014%
Right.
that happens.
That's the way it works. Remember
Yeah.
when David Matthews won the
Yeah.
when he won the blackjack?
You got to catch good.
ultimate what was it called? Ultimate Blackjack Tour, and he won that championship, and he went 12 for 13. No, 12. I had to go 12 for 12 on his all-ins. Otherwise, he'd have been out.
Better to be lucky than good is the truest statement that's ever been uttered in the gambling world.
Yeah.
All right, give a shout out to Ray. Give us $2.
$2 Chuck, baby.
we
Thank
get-
you, Ray.
$2.
I'll be there in 10 days. Coupon book in hand.
All right, cool,
All right,
man.
Ray.
Thank you. Cheers.
All right,
Did you use your coupon code Andrew to get a $5 discount?
Way to slip that one in.
He only gave you $2 back.
All right, so guess what I saw? So here's what I saw today. We have spies, who look at this stuff, and we've got all the numbers before they put them out themselves. So they're pretty accurate, I'm pretty sure. How much do you think the company World Series of Poker, whoever they are now, I can't keep track of who owns what or whatever, but how much do you think they raked?
75 million.
40 million roughly.
47.
All right.
All right,
I'm throwing out a number, but
No,
Pretty good guess.
not a bad guess.
Yeah.
They ranked 47 million, meaning that what they took out of the entry fees and all, and people will go, come on, man, they got to pay the dealers, they got to do this and that, whatever. I don't care. I don't care that they got to do this or that. I'm saying they took that much out of the pot.
So the winner of the tournament gets the most, and then the second, the operator makes the second most
the operator
usually.
makes-
Yeah, well, this wasn't the main
depend
event.
on
This was
any-
everything.
No, I'm saying every single tournament.
Yeah.
Usually, like the winner gets the most money, and the operator gets
That's
like
pretty
the
much-
second most.
That's pretty much
And
true.
if you're listening, World Series, I have a problem with the structures there. There's way too many 30-minute tournaments where it's basically like bingo by dinner time. Like it's all in, whoever gets luckiest.
Turbo to super turbo.
No, the 30-minute levels is almost Super Turbo's 20 minutes, but 30-minute levels is basically like you're reducing there's almost no skill in that. I mean,
What's your
they're at
recommendation?
40.
40. Okay. So
I
increase
mean,
it
if
by
someone's
10
paying
minutes.
$1,500, you should be having 40-minute levels in the tournament at least, right? Like, so bone to pick with you guys.
All right.
Can we give a
Yeah,
shout
connection.
out to our buddy Hollywood Dave Stan, who came in the money?
Again?
I can't remember which tournament he came in,
They
but
call it Horse?
It was a 3K buy-in.
Oh, the it was just now, recently, the last
Yeah.
couple days.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
Within last week.
Yeah, they
He got
replaced.
5th or 6th.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They replaced Hold'em with triple draw, so
Right.
that's why it's called Torse
Right.
instead
okay.
of Horse.
Oh, got it. 56,000 for Dave Stan. Not bad.
Great mohawk, great beard.
He used to be called Hollywood Dave Stan. Thank you. Now I think he's called Quaker Dave Stan. If you've seen a look
Duck
at him
Dynasty
lately.
Dave.
Yeah, Duck Dynasty Dave.
Amish Dave.
Yeah, exactly. Amish Dave Stan. That's the best one. That's the best one. Okay, let's switch gears. We got some people who know a little bit about it. What happens with the Rio tier match bonus promotion? The Rio's tier match promotion.
Well, what happened with it, it was too good for its own good. Okay, they were offering too much. So there was a little discrepancy. Were they offering 500 free play to everybody?
No, they were. All, my understanding is they were offering 500 free play to the highest levels, of let's say Caesars and
Diamond and
So,
above.
so if you have
and-
7 stars, you get 500.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. I don't think it was to everybody, but I might be wrong. But I'm sure it was some levels of more free play. So
So
people
what
were
was
lined
the
up.
that was the ceiling? What was the bottom?
I heard Diamond or Diamond Plus, but I don't know which one from Caesars, and
Because
I'm sure
to-
Win Platinum would have done
because to
it.
create a line like that, what they eventually got, that caused it to be shut down, everybody was getting something good, and there was hundreds of people in line, right?
And I heard there were 2-hour waits,
Right.
and I heard the lines, and I saw some pictures of the lines, and I heard it was.
Would you wait? Would you wait in line for 2 hours for $500?
But you get your tier match.
I
as well.
wouldn't. I would definitely not. I'd rather kill my. I mean,
But
I
you get your
can't do
tier
it.
match as well. That's the valuable. Even though the free play sounds good, the tier match is actually what's worth a lot. You get your resort fees waived. You get all kinds of stuff that comes along with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was another example of a too juicy promo.
Yeah.
Like in
Like-
our book Advantage Players, we talk about that when we talked about Jonathan Jossel, where he did the promo on Keno.
Right.
Right, and everybody there. Speaking of grinders, every grinder in the world was there, except me. I didn't hear about it, but they took him to the cleaners on that one. You know a little bit about this.
No, that particular one, but promos, generally they can only be so good. Once they reach the point where it's so obvious, and you're going to start dragging people in off the street, bringing your grandmother, bringing everybody.
They're
you
bringing
know.
bums.
Like in Mississippi, they had in the paper $1,000 first card as an ace
Yeah.
coupons. So guys were cutting them up, and they're grabbing everybody and anybody they can get their hands on. I'll give you $50. Go in here, play this ace. So for people they don't know, if your first card is an ace, it's approximately a 50% advantage, 52%. So let's call it 50%.
Right.
So you get 500 in EV there. You pay somebody $50 to do it. You're plus 450. Do that a few times a day, over and over again. It's a
little
pretty good
business.
month. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a pretty good month.
Well,
too little, too good to be for it to last.
You know where they do that? They do that here. People bring bums in off the street
Yeah.
to get the member rewards book
Right.
because of the value of the gambling coupons.
Right.
And when they do that, I get called because we've got real sharp people at the desk, right? And the sharp people at the desk call me, and I come down. They stall them. I come down.
But it's not bums. It's dwelling deprived. I think
Yeah,
that's
well, whatever. Yeah, no home. No, it's what is it called? Home insecure. That's what it is. Home.
And then sometimes you have to drive them to the hospital.
Yeah, well, we won't get into that one. But I come down and I go, what are you buying? And they go, the book. I go, what book? The book. And I go, what do you like about the book? And they're like, and I'm like, I go, why don't you walk me out to whoever drove you here? And they're like, and it's like, you've got to, it's going to happen.
They're scratching their neck like
Yeah.
Tyrone Biggums from
And
Chicago.
they come with exact change.
They come with exact change every time. And then the guy doing it points at me and goes, you suck.
You didn't let me scam you, you son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
I go, and I
Yeah,
go,
the guy in the car. waiting.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
suck.
yeah.
But anyway, tell us more. Tell us more.
Well, there's like I said, there's a point. Like you talked about, I believe it was last month, the Morongo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a classic thing of something being too good to be true. You're dealt no limit, table limit. You get dealt a 13. It pays like blackjack. That means it pays 3 to 2.
Yeah.
13 is your most popular 2-card hand you're going to get dealt. So what they were giving away was you know, if you're familiar with the way those casinos work, like in Oklahoma and California, they're giving away player money that's accumulated on a meter, and they're just giving it away. They have to give it away.
Right.
Okay. But what happened? Because I was a Stanford Wong thing, right?
Yeah, Wong put it out.
Yeah.
About what it was
Way
worth.
back when, when there were fax machines, we used to get these things called black chip faxes, or just CBGN faxes.
Yeah.
And it was good opportunities that were not going to last very long, and so all the guys that subscribed to that drove to California for the Morongo thing. And as the hour approached, you would see the tables, not only were they full, there were people buying seats at the table. I'll give you $500 for your seat. I'll give you $1,000 for your seat. People were going to the cage and buying racks of black in preparation. It scared the shit out of the casino.
Right.
So much so that when, like, with less than an hour before it started, they said, no, we're not doing this. Something's up. We're going to get destroyed here. And, you know, probably give all the money away and then some. I don't know what would happen then, but it never went off. So we all drove out there.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. Everyone was there. Everyone was hoarding seats. We were all, you know, playing minimum, waiting for them to flip the switch. And then this buzz started going around, going, it ain't gonna happen, it ain't gonna happen. You know?
Yeah.
And the time came and went, and they made an announcement. There you go, the promotion's off. They
Too
never
good to be
did it.
true. Well, so that's what the Rio, you know, it sounds like the case of the Rio. It was just too good to be true, and they got overwhelmed, they got swamped, and they realized they made a mistake.
Who comes up with these things? This is why when you have people, it's like, that, you know, these executives don't gamble. When you have people that don't gamble running a casino, all sorts of stupid stuff happens.
Double
like this.
jackpots.
Like,
Those
just
were
wild,
great for
man.
like a 10-year stretch. Casinos would do double jackpots. It's ridiculous, you know? Anything from just a signer to the top jackpot. But every time you hit a royal, you get paid double. You know, again, people are going to squat on seats, sell their seats. You know, it just creates a situation in the casino that you know, it just gets dominated by this promotion. And the casino sees we had a problem. We have a problem here.
Well, this I've said this for years, that the smart casino executive will embrace the advantage player because he'll learn from the advantage player. And if they're nice to them and you form friendships, like I have with several, I won't name names, but I've gotten many phone calls saying, this is what I want to do. From casino execs, from owners, saying, this is what we're thinking of doing. Should we? And I don't think I'm doing anything wrong by going, no, you're going to get creamed on this because of that, or no, it looks okay. I'm not turning anybody in or anything. I'm helping a friend who's been nice to me, who's asking me in confidence, you know. And why wouldn't they all do that instead of being mean to you, and you know, maybe you someday. But
I've gotten kicked out of one place.
congratulations.
For being too sharp, did you fall asleep at the bar?
I won too much. They didn't like me.
My man.
I came there on the promo only days, and I only played the promos.
That's right. You deserve to have been thrown out of that place.
And
That's
they-
right. It's
and they-
jackpot.
Razor sharp, Andrew.
Jackpot bar.
Yeah.
I'll name it because that was a cheap move by them. That was bad.
I came there one day. I put my card in, and she goes, "Oh, you can't play here." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And she's like, "Yeah. Sometimes he just gets rid of people that are coming on the promo only day and winning too much."
I hope you gave him a "you don't know who I am" line.
No,
you didn't?
No, what I did was, what actually happened was, I said, "All right, well, I'll just play without my card for a little bit." I was kind of hungry. I'll eat some lunch anyway. She goes, "No, you got to go."
Oh, and how stupid is that?
Yeah.
It is.
How dumb is
You
that?
gotta get out. You can't play.
well, a
You
lot
gotta
of
Dumb
go.
personified.
A lot of
Yeah.
parallels to what sports books do, you know? You know, a lot of guys entered gambling at sports betting, and they were shocked that they would run into countermeasures and reason. Well, why? I'm making just yeah. All you're doing is betting the promos. All you're doing is this, and all of a sudden you can only bet $8. Well, that's, you know, welcome to the real world of casino play.
And they're banning like just squares that happen to get. Like, these
Exactly.
people have no clue. If I was, I want to know what you're betting. I want to know what Crack's betting. I want to know what these guys, Billy Walters is betting. Well, obviously you're not going to let him bet 50,000 a game, but like I would want to know that. But they go the other way. They're so scared of whatever.
Well, Jostle's, like we said, Jostle's been on. He's been like that. I said I wasn't going to name names, but I mean, we talked about that on the show. We had Dennis Conrad on here, and Dennis, when he was a casino executive, was always like that. And Dennis we're friends to this day, and Dennis would call me and go, "What do you think of this?" I'd be like, "You should tweak that." You know, I mean, and sometimes I would go, it's a great promotion. Hardly anybody's going to be able to play it right. Let it be there. And then so the APs would be able to go in and get their share, right? The guys who could figure it out, and the general public would still lose a little bit, and it would really like work out for them. There was an equilibrium.
There's a fine line between a good promo and an ill-conceived promo.
Yeah.
You know, where it just can't work out for you.
All right, bring up real quick here because I got too good a story. The Doc Holliday thing.
Oh, okay. Well, Doc Holliday is a chain of bars in Las Vegas.
No longer, but they used to be.
No longer. And they used to run promotions, and they used to advertise in what they call Val packs. These are these blue envelopes you get in the mail. I don't know if they're...
Yeah.
And so they would put out a 250 coin bonus, good up to playing dollars, on your first 4 of a kind of the day. You could play 1 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Val pack goes to your house, Val pack goes to your house. So what did me and back then I was playing with a group of 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
We would go out in the middle of the night, and we would go to the various condominium and apartment complexes. We'd get into the mailroom. We basically would dumpster dive into the trash because people would get their mail, they'd throw it out, and there's the Val pack.
Yeah.
So you come out of the dumpster and you come back to the car where the other guys are waiting. Go, I got 18, I got 20. If you get 20 Val packs times 250 less the house edge, called, you know, it's 4,000. I got 4,000 in EV right here. All we got to do is redeem it. So we would go every day, and I would bring a friend and say, hey, man, you're going to go with me. I'm going to pay you $30, $40, $50. You're going to drink for free, and you're going to play a coupon with me. And we did this day in and day out for the entire month, because Val packs are monthly. Well, so the bartenders would get used to seeing us. We showed up at this one place. I think it's on Westcliff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only 2 machines you could play, so I had a poker dealer from the Tropicana with me. We played. I hit a royal. Okay, so back then they made a big deal about paying you. They pay it out right there, and they deal all the cash out. So there were these 2 dudes sitting across the bar, kind of looking at us. And I had even come. I goes, these guys look kind of weird over there. Well, they disappeared. They left. Now I make the call to my friends. Okay, we're out of this. We're going to the next Doc. We were doing multiple Doc holidays
Because there were several, like 4 or 5 around.
Right. So we're doing rotating around. So we're making $1,000 each a day or whatever, and then we're bringing a friend. So it was a good deal, even though you are dumpster diving at the onset. So these people leave, I leave. My 2 friends come in and sit in the same seats because these are the only 2 machines. While they're playing, in through the door comes masked men with guns to rob the bar because they saw there's people getting paid. Now we're not there any longer, so they just rob everybody in the bar. They take all the coins. This is back when you did coins. They took all the coins. They tied the bartender up in the back, and they took off.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the cops are right behind them, and but meanwhile, my friend and his wife were playing, and he got a gun to the head. Give us everything, give her jewelry, everything, wallet, all that stuff. Anyway, in the chase, one of the guys died in the chase. You know, they ran him off the road on the freeway. The other guy ends up in jail for a while. And this was all because, you know, it's not all because, but this is one of the things that happened while we were playing one of these promos, you know, religious things. And, you know, it's, to this day, my friend is a little traumatized because, you know.
Understandable.
Yeah, right.
Jeez, now I don't even want to tell my story.
That's pretty wild.
Mine's like lighthearted, you know? All right, I'll do it real quick. I used to play those too,
Yeah.
right, when they would come up. Now, do you remember the one where it was for a full house?
Yes.
You got 100 coin bonus for a full house.
I believe it was a 100 coin bonus for a full house, but you didn't have to have a coupon. You had to buy an order. They served good food there. You had to buy an order of, not spare ribs, lamb chops. They would serve lamb chops with mint sauce on a little plate. You had to, if you ordered that for like $10, you'd get this coupon.
That's the best promo in the history of the world.
Right. And so a full house happens
100
every.
coins and they make you eat lamb.
Yeah, they happens every 91 hands, 92 hands.
Yeah.
So you have to sit there for maybe about the time it takes you to eat order of lamb chops. We had lamb chops coming out of our ears. Everywhere we're going from one place to the other. There's like 3 different ones, and you're eating lamb chops here, lamb chops there, lamb chops there, collecting our bonuses every day. But this was the nature of promos back then. You know, I mean, they were way better than they are now. So when these ones pop up now that are really good, they just get swamped.
So we were doing these at the same time. We didn't even know each other really. We kind of had maybe I know who you are. I've seen you around. I never saw the lamb chop one,
No?
but I was like, I couldn't wait for the 4 of a kind one, right? You would always get them, I would get them. And you could play it up to dollars, but I played it for quarters because I didn't have any money, right? I didn't have any money. This is like when I first came to town. And all of a sudden I opened one. I wasn't dumpster diving. I was just playing on the square like I always do. Just on the square, I get one, I play one. and I get it. You didn't have to buy anything, and it was a 100 coin bonus for your first full house, up to $1. So I'm like, I'm going to go do that, and I think I had $100 on me or something. That's all I had. I had $100, and I go, oh gosh, I hope I can hit it before I lose the 100 playing dollars, right? 4 hands in, I hit a quad for dollars.
Nice.
Now I got all this money. I go, man, I'm golden. I lost it all and never hit a
Didn't hit a full house.
I was.
Hey, you were
I was
talking
never
about.
so mad in my life. I was
That's
never
terrible.
so angry
Yeah.
after a promotion. It was all the money I had, almost.
So tell me this. So you were talking earlier about deviations in blackjack. When you have a coupon like that, or you have a bonus like that, full house. Were you doing play variations to try to hit the full house?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Like dumping every 2 pair.
Yeah, doing
okay.
everything I could.
And you're dumping a flush draw for the
No, you
pair
don't.
and all
What are you
that.
talking about 2 pair? You
If you got 2 pair, you only hold 1 pair because you go for the full house.
no, the 2
Oh
pair.
no, I'm sorry. Yeah,
you're
No,
right,
you
right.
dump. You dump.
Another beer.
No, you
Exactly.
dump the
what's great
flush.
about
You
Black
dump the
Friday.
flush draw and hold the pair. Obviously,
okay, yeah.
stuff like that.
There we go.
And
There-
I was thinking of 4 of a kind.
I'm like, well, wait a minute, Frank, you're good, but I don't know.
Yeah, this is the 4 of a kind keeper.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah,
that's a big
yeah.
difference. Yeah, that's a different thing. Okay, cool. Wanted to get that one in. What do we see? See any good ones, Tanya? We hate to
Not
not.
really, they're liking your stories.
Okay, we hate
Yeah.
to not. We hate to not answer. A question.
Just
out
went
there.
like 10 minutes without even looking at them.
All right, let's see what else we got here.
Get him, Andrew.
What else we got? Andrew, go find one. All right. All right. So here's one. While we're waiting, this is a advertisement for us. If you're Canadian, can you become a member of LVA? And also, how do you get the coupon book?
You used to be
you
able to, not anymore. There's tariffs out the ass. You
Yeah,
cannot-
right. Canadians, you got to pay
Just
a
kidding.
tariff. You got to pay. Yeah. Canadians have to pay $500, but no, of course you can. Yeah, there's a little. Tanya, what's the thing for Canadians? It's a different price because it costs more to send them the member rewards book, right?
Yeah, shipping.
So instead of 50, it's 70 or 60.
60.
It's a little more, but it's only it's our
65?
yeah, it's only our cost.
Yeah.
But if you are Canadians, you certainly can.
I'm sure Paula will answer it in 1 second.
And we have a lot of Canadian people, eh?
Hey.
We have audience questions.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, audience questions.
When is Bill Krakenberger coming on?
The Crack Man.
When is Bill Krakenberger coming on?
We get that question a lot.
We want, and I'll tell you what, talk about polarizing, right? Talk about Polly C and people like him, love him or hate him. We've talked about having Crackman on the show, and we've had so many people go, no, don't have him. He's a tout. There's different kinds of touts. I mean, you can
He's not
speak
a
to
tout.
Yeah, there's
No.
different well, he sells picks.
But he's not a
No.
cheesy tout. He like says, listen, man, I'm gonna go 54% or whatever.
And,
like,
he,
if
be-
you
and,
buy
he,
my pick.
and he backs
bets
up
his own
his
pick.
picks,
Yeah.
right? He bets with his own money. I've never seen anything untoward about Crack. And
I
yeah,
don't
we
think
are
so
we are
either.
going to have him on, and I'm going to ask him directly that question. And all of you guys who hate him, I'm sorry. I think he's
Listen,
a
there's
great dude.
People
Yeah.
you're supposed to hate, Vegas Dave, other idiots like this that say that, oh, I'm 90% this year. Come
Yeah.
on, man. These are scamming idiots. Like, I don't think Crack is one of those people.
I don't
Everything about him is.
I
But again, I don't know him.
but you know,
I know
Frank's-
Crack, yeah.
Frank's got very defined feelings about people who sell picks.
Yeah, I mean, touting is. I mean, you sort of, as an AP, you sort of cross the line when you do that. You've crossed over and you say, okay, I'm gonna get involved in this area. Now, 20 years ago, a lot of stuff that's going on now, as far as social media dissemination of information, was frowned upon by everybody. But it's slow. I mean, times change. I know a lot of guys, not a lot of guys. I know a handful of guys that are touts that are good bettors. The litmus test was always like, hey, would you let that guy bet your chips? Like say you couldn't bet and you had a bet, would you give it to him to bet? The vast majority, 90-some, but no,
They're
you're
all
not kidding. But there
scammers.
are a few,
Right.
okay, and I'm not going to name them, but would I let Crack bet my bet my money? Probably, because I know what he's doing,
Yeah.
okay? But it has nothing to do with the picks that he give out, because that's a whole different area.
Well, I've seen
Same
things-
thing with Fezzik, I would let Fezzik bet my chips, but would I subscribe to his service? I take the fifth. It's different. It's a whole different thing.
No, but you don't need to subscribe to his service.
But
If
I'm
you're,
saying
like, if
I
you were a
would
square,
if
would
I
you?
would recommend to somebody,
So
know.
for even a square that's like a huge loser, you wouldn't.
And,
give them
and they all
crack
have a
picks or
justification.
pheasant.
They have a justification like you'll lose less. You know,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you take my. Well,
You know what I found about being a shitty sports bettor is even if you get someone's picks, the loser sports mentality, you want to bet your own games.
right.
The psychology, I don't want to take someone's picks. I want to bet my own
Well,
games.
that's not really the person that buys picks. They want somebody else to tell them, so they have somebody to blame when they lose, and they don't want to take the responsibility. You want to take. That's a little different.
But-
You're not the
Also,
right
no, no,
personality type.
I'm saying,
to
let's
buy
say I
pouches.
bought someone's picks, right?
Yeah.
I would like, I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I'm not betting that. So like, you know what I mean? But and then you notice like you want to bet your own games. It's more fun that way. I don't know.
But they also want the magic pill. That's
Right.
what I mean.
Of
That's
course.
what they want.
They
don't-
think they want
They
that.
don't want to do the work. They want to win. They want to just. They want to believe that somebody's going to give it to them. The magic pill. You don't have to work. You tell me. I'll give you 10% of my winnings by my fee. You know, or
Yeah.
whatever it's going to be.
I want home divisional dogs on a Thursday night in the NFL, which 10 years ago would have just you'd have made a fortune. Now it doesn't work anymore. But you know, they catch up with
But they want to take responsibility for their picks.
But all right, but the answer is, to this is going to be, yeah, we are going to have Crack on. I've asked him already. He says, yep, he'll do it, and I want him on, and I like the guy, and I'm going to support him. And you can all call me whatever names you want. That's all.
Okay, he wanted to ask about Rob Singer as well.
I remember him. How many people remember Rob Singer though?
Who wanted to ask about Rob Singer?
We have a funny
We have
article
I have an article
about
about
his
it.
strategy.
Oh,
His strategy.
my goodness.
Is that
How's it
Gaming
like?
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he used to write.
look, I'm sorry. Rob Singer, no.
I know.
You know, Rob Singer.
This looks like my
hated-
high school basketball
hated Bob
stats.
Dancer, and
Most people don't know who
it
that
came
is.
from. The name Rob
got it
Singer
clipped off.
was a play on a hate of Bob Dancer, and Rob Singer. I tried to be as nice as I could in the world to Rob Singer, but Rob Singer was a mean guy. He was a mean guy. The things he would write and say about the people he didn't like. And he was espousing strategies that were bullshit. And I'm
Wow.
sorry. They were total bullshit.
The back is important.
Yeah.
No,
so
I'm kidding. I didn't really rip it. We got trains. Oh, look at it.
I'm sorry. I got to say no on Rob Singer. I mean, I got to be honest on that one.
I knew that was going to
I
happen.
never knew that thing. I never put a 2 and 2 together. Rob Singer, Bob Dancer.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Hold me closer, tiny dance.
Those are the strategy cards. Tiny Dancer in your hand. The Dancer strategy cards.
That's a
Tiny
good
dancer in
play
your
on
hand.
words right there.
Right? Fantastic.
Our buddy Dave wants to know, what about Don Johnson, Phil Ivey, Mattress Mac, Travel Ruby, or Pompsy? Any of those?
Good grief.
Are they
As
good or are they
guests.
bad? Oh,
As
as
guests.
guests. Oh,
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
So
Good
Mattress
luck
Mac
getting
would
Phil
be
Ivey
great.
on here.
Yeah, Phil Ivey. Yeah, yeah. Phil Ivey. Let's put a line on that.
I'll file that as close to 0% as you could ever get. You got a better chance of getting Mattress Mac to fly out on his own jet, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Mac would do it.
Mac would
You're
do
friends
it for
with
us.
Mac,
He'd do it
right?
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually positive.
Yeah.
But Phil,
No, there's
Phil
no
Ivey,
chance.
Phil, like I know him. Phil,
you don't-
and Phil.
You know what? I actually saw him signing autographs in the hallway, which is like, I think he's sponsored by WPT now. I've never seen him do anything like that. He was actually like taking photos and
Times are changing.
Yeah.
Like
I don't. You know what? I was in his apartment once on a film shoot, and I think he went high. I think that's what it was. I mean, so I don't know anything about the guy, but he is about as aloof as they come.
Yeah.
You know, as far as I can tell. So no, there ain't gonna be no Phil Ivey.
Someone said.
What if he's
Matt
watching?
Damon.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was
What
really
was
funny.
it?
Probably have a better chance with Matt Damon than
Phil
Ivey.
Hellmuth or Matt Damon.
Phil Hellmuth or Matt
Two
Damon.
of the great poker players, you know.
Hey, Phil Hellmuth played the UBT, right?
Oh, sure he did.
Yeah, I remember we used to play with him.
I saw Matt
Phil
Damon
turned out to
playing
be good,
rounders.
yeah.
It was great.
So Affleck's actually a much better poker player than Matt Damon.
Well, I've heard that. I've heard Affleck plays. He's
I-
a real player.
Well, he used to play blackjack all the time. I used to see him all the time at the Hard Rock until
won
he
a
got backed
tournament.
off.
I'm pretty sure Annie Duke gave him lessons.
Who? Affleck?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he hired her.
I
and
think
became
like 6, 7 years ago, he was blacked out in L.A.
Yeah.
Playing 2-5 at Hollywood Park with like 20,000 in front of him, just drooling on himself.
Yeah.
It's a drinking legend. Cheers to Ben Affleck.
Well, Annie's another polarizing figure, but I'll tell you what, Annie's one smart person.
Very
You know?
smart.
Yeah.
Not very liked. Very smart.
I know a lot of people, like I say, polarizing. You know, a lot of people not crazy about Annie. Got to know Annie pretty well. I said, "You want to be buds?" She's like, "Nope." But but no, I did publish her book, Decide to Play Great Poker, and I'm very respectful of her intellect. She's
Her
good.
brother probably persona non grata number one in
Yeah.
the poker universe.
Howard Lederer, yeah.
Yeah,
Because of
he's
what,
supremely. He hasn't even shown his face in.
All right, there's 10 minutes left.
Uh-oh, we've gone off the
Want
rails.
to talk about food?
I don't know. We're going to a new place tonight.
Where are you
Thinking
going?
about it, we're going.
Where are we going? What do you mean? Where am I?
Yeah.
Going? Come on, Frank.
I think
It's
we're-
called
I forget.
The Naughty Angel. It's
Naughty
a guy
Angel.
who did Primal over east of the Strip. Primal, fantastic value for everyone looking to get off the Strip, and I haven't been there in a couple of years because it's like in a strip mall east, but very good food, very reasonable. $20 lobster risotto, $50 fillets. So that
You know what? Believe it or not, 3 hours ago I heard Primal. 4 hours ago, Primal for the first time. It's over by the Boulevard Mall, right?
Yeah, it's in the Boulevard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was driving by with the guys I was, beating at them, and they're going by. They go, "We ate at Primal." It was the first I just heard of it.
Great
was
spot.
this afternoon.
I've eaten there. It's good. They got a
Very
really good carpaccio. They got a really great carpaccio. I think they serve it with a smoke and all that business.
Anthony doesn't
Okay,
eat
correct.
cooked food.
It says the
guys.
weird atmosphere though.
Yeah,
it's
it's
an
kind of
odd
like
atmosphere.
It's primal.
Exactly.
like a Knights,
primal.
Old English kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool spot.
Like King
though.
Arthur's Court.
Once
you
you,
like that?
yeah, once you get past that it's in the Boulevard Mall, it's great. Once you walk through the door, yeah, it's a great spot.
Well,
We'll see.
the reason we asked that question is the angry Greek thinks he's like the gourmand of,
I
you know,
love
of
how
the
he
entire
says
gambling
thinks.
world.
He just doesn't give me my flowers.
Well, you go to a lot of restaurants anyway, right? You eat out
course.
a lot. Yeah.
Of course.
Where we went last night. Have you been to what is it? I always mispronounce it.
Tres Cazuelos.
No, he's been telling me about the steak special.
Yeah,
It's
we went
on.
for that last
How
night.
was it?
Tres
Great?
Cazuelos.
I thought it was great
I
for
thought
the
it was
price. I thought it was
terrific.
great value.
Yeah.
It's super nice people there.
We went with Hollywood Dave, and he wasn't that impressed.
Now you have to bring me in, and then you'll have the answer.
Then we'll know.
You'll have the cheat sheet for the test.
I know. I'm starting to admit it. I know.
Vegas Brent is asking what's going on with the book that Frank B is working on.
Oh, I love that question.
I hate
All
that
right.
question.
I
What's
love
going
that.
on? What's going on,
Vegas
Frank B?
Brent.
Now,
There you
all
go.
right, Frank, here's your out. You could say I'm working on Blair Rodman's book, and we just spent 2 hours on it, and it's
Right.
close and whatever. But we're talking about the Frank B book. So,
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Blair book. Yeah.
you comment on both.
So Blair's book, we've been working on that for let's call it a few years now.
Let's call it 5. But anyway, yeah.
But it's going to be ready for football season, right? Okay, and so okay, well, it'll be a photo finish,
It'll be in this football season. Put it
Right.
that way. Yes.
and I helped with some things in there, and it's going to be a great overview for somebody entry level sports betting book.
Yep.
Okay,
Entry
and that's
level.
it. Now, as far as something that I'm going, right, that's also been a work in progress for that amount of time, and when I get around to finishing it, and then we might have something.
Let me tell us.
What I really need to do is get incarcerated for about 6 months, and then I'll finish it. I'll be able to finish. I'll have nothing else better to do, so I'll just be able to focus and have tunnel vision and get it done. But short of that, I don't know.
Give him a
it's
couple more beers and then bring his keys.
Exactly.
No, that's not a good joke. That's not even a good joke. Okay. I'm sorry.
I didn't.
All right, but here's
lost my keys in a while.
Here's a story on potentially Frank's book. Frank brought so much to the possibly all about sports betting for Blair. It was too much. It was too good. It was too high level. And we finally made a decision. We said we're going to pull a lot of that out. There's a lot of Frank wisdom in this book, a lot. Believe me, some really good stuff. But I said to Frank, "Come on, man, do your own. Just do your own. The whole world will buy it."
Yeah,
your own.
and it's just about, like I said, it's the setting the time aside and plowing ahead. But
So
life takes the course that you're meant to be on. So we'll see where that goes.
So there's the answer. We're trying, but you can't make anybody do anything. But whatever. Any more? Any other good ones?
How about Tillman Fertitta's 270 million parking lot on the Strip? What about that?
It's a good investment. It's going to be
Well-
worth 400 million
the
10 years from
station guys?
now.
Oh,
No,
well,
cousin.
all I can say, he bought that corner on Harmon. He was going to.
Oh.
Tillman Fertitta is the cousin of Lorenzo and Frank Fertitta,
Yeah.
from the station
Stations.
casinos.
Yeah.
The big old, rivalry between those two factions. I'm not saying they're not friendly, but there's a rivalry, like, who's the biggest thing. And he was going to build there, but it's kind of been put on hold.
Isn't that an F1 spot?
No.
It's
It's
not?
no, F1 runs
South of
right
there.
by it. Yeah, it runs right by it.
Right. That's what I
All
mean.
the guys are sharp, man. I think he sees the recession coming, and he's like, I'm not building a casino now.
Yeah,
He's
probably.
probably going to wait 6 years or 5 years, whatever it's going to be. Like,
Whether he's right or wrong, he doesn't like the potential negative. And somebody asked the other day, they said, what's going to be the next next casino opening? And I pulled that one right out of it. I was like, that ain't going to happen. No, that ain't going to be it either. It's only one of two. One would be the Mirage turning into Hard Rock.
Okay.
But before that is going to be the smaller one on Boulder Highway, Cadence Crossing. The Boyd thing. Cadence Crossing.
Does that count?
It's going to open next year.
that counts.
Okay. And that's on the edge of town. Boulder Highway is always.
Yeah, it's
all
next
the
to
way.
Joker Wild. Once it opens there, then Joker Wild will be demolished. So they're not building it on Joker Wild, but when it's built next to it, Joker Wild will be demolished and become parking lot again, whatever. That's
Expensive parking lot.
Yeah, so that's what it
270.
looks like it's going to happen.
Build the new one first, then take the old one down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That was the leading indicator of Vegas recession. $5.99 burger at stations. I think that was the first.
Yeah.
Was that not the first sign?
Well, that was it. We wrote it in LVA. We said
That
this
was the
before.
first,
we said the lead story was a hamburger in Vegas.
That was it.
And it was like, what does that mean? That's the lead story in Couponomy of LVA, a hamburger in Las Vegas. And then I write that column, and I went on to say, this is a harbinger of what's coming. Here it comes.
I will say
the
that
station's doing this. Here it comes.
on this trip in, it's only been a few days, but the restaurants I've been to in the casinos, I am starting to get sticker shock in these restaurants from what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I had breakfast brunch, what you want to call it, at Ellis Island today. Those aren't old Ellis Island prices that are there anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
it's
rising
it's like, $20, $25, $30 for menu items. I got the cheapest thing on the menu was $12.99 for the daily special. That was it. What is the steaks now? $15, right?
I think $14.99, but
Right.
you can chop it down to $9.99.
Oh, is that okay?
You
That's
get
how
the
it works,
coupon.
yeah.
If you were an LVA
Players
subscriber,
card? Is that a
with
player's
the-
card or a coupon?
No, you've got to play $5 through any machine.
Right.
Yeah.
Play $5 through, and it's $9.99. So take your EV, your expected loss of the $5 of about 14 cents, and you're getting your $9.99.
Guess how much a Bud Light is at Bottled Blonde, the brand new.
Oh, this is a great
A
question.
Bud Light.
Don't tell
Guess
us.
I'm not going to tell you.
Where at?
We're talking about
Bottled Blonde, the brand new thing next to Old Red on the Strip.
a bottle or a pint or what?
I don't know.
A draft?
I just saw it on the menu. I didn't
Okay.
actually go drink it.
I'm going to say 12.
I'll say less. I'll go under.
12? That's a good over-under. 12 under
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the beer.
the price of a Bud Light at Bottled Blonde that just opened.
15.
I don't know.
12 under. Andrew doesn't.
I'd say under. I'd say if it's a Bud Light, it's got to be under, or else it's egregious.
You
I
win.
said over.
You win.
Really?
$14 for a Bud Light.
Tanya said
Good
15.
grief.
$15 for like a local, the Vegas brew, whatever the one's
shouldn't
brewed here,
be that
Able
much.
Baker or whatever.
You can buy a 12-pack.
It's nonsense,
It's
man.
disgusting. It's
Are we gonna
absolutely
discount
disgusting.
if I'm a blonde?
Yeah. You get $14 beers. It's better than water at the mini bar in the hotel room. That's $24.
And they wonder what's going on. Why are things going bad? And I mean, I get asked this all the time from the media, and I go, it's two things. It is concern about the economy, about the Trump economy. Whether you like it or not, tariffs, this and that, whatever.
I think people have had enough. People have
But
had enough.
that's what it is.
Like
That's
it's
what
like it's gone
the
so
last
far.
straw,
It's
where they
out
go,
of
okay, I'm
control.
worried about the economy, but Vegas is like jumped a shark, right?
Yeah.
They-
$12 beers is lunacy, and now they're $15.
Yeah.
Or
What
like,
were we talking? Paul and
they've
Ann,
gone-
Elysium,
it's-
Space Dust at the Link Bar, because I looked at it last night, $14.
That's lunacy. It's just
On
so
draft.
crazy.
And they were all out. Every because I was trying to do the video poker thing and get me a beer.
Yeah.
And they're all out. They just had, but $14 was the thing.
I can't
And the
believe
guy
people pay for
told me
drinks.
$1 is that the new thing? $1 in the machine, play a few hands and you get a beer.
No.
That's what this guy
Not
told me.
only
He goes,
there.
you got to
No.
play a dollar.
No.
So
They just want to see you activate. That's
There's
all.
some There's some bars where they don't give you a drink when you put the money in. I can
you
bet
gotta have
100
a
you
light
have to
go
play
on.
through.
Let's talk
For
about
the first drink now.
Yeah.
It
I know.
changed.
I
yeah,
know.
you have
So
to light
that's a
it.
real
You got to
thing.
you got to set the light off.
But
Yeah, they have
let's
lights
look-
on the back.
But let's talk about the great bars. Resorts World,
Yes.
Venetian, Palazzo. All right, are you first? Resorts World.
I love Resorts World. I can
Center
play
bar.
the center bar
Yeah.
or the Doghouse Sports Bar. You can play 5-cent Keno 20 card if you want to, and you can drink Don Julio and Yeho.
You can get much better liquor
shit.
at the center bar
Yeah.
than at the Doghouse.
Oh, they got
All across the board.
They got Don Julio. Well, I drink a lot of tequila. So, but you're right. The center bar has a selection
Across
of
the board.
whiskeys. They have Belvedere vodka, which is a potato vodka that a lot of places won't comp Belvedere vodka.
Great value playing quarters at the center bar.
Resorts World will.
And something like Fountain Blue's close.
Fountain Blue is very close, except you need to have 60 in the game
Okay.
to start.
It was
But
50, now it's
So
60.
that's like the biggest mistake people do when they go and they try to get it. They put 10 or 20 in. Go put a 50 in or
Yeah.
100 in,
And then nobody-
and they want and
Then you
don't
drink with
go to
impunity.
quarters. Put it on dollars. Play a hand or two, and you'll be fine.
Drink
What
with
they're looking
impunity.
for is the guy who puts $20 in and he's going dun dun
Yep.
dun. dun.
You're right.
You know,
Yeah.
you know,
So-
he's going to play.
Okay, yours.
He's playing to the minimum.
If you want to drink
Palazzo.
premium liquor, the Palazzo High Limit Room is the greatest hack in Vegas. They have dollar machines, so you have to play $1 a pull, but they're literally pouring 1942, Johnny Walker
No
Blue,
kidding.
Whistle Pig.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
At 5 a pull. And not
Just
only
because
that,
you're in the high limit room.
yes, you're playing dollars. I don't know if even there's a light on the machine. I just tipped the guy 20 to start. And I was in there a year ago
Well, that's
for
big.
we were going to a concert. It was me and a buddy of mine and my girl, and they weren't even playing. And I'm just tipping them 20 around, and he's just firing up 1942, these $60 shots. And
So, I mean, you got to be willing to choke for all that.
I mean, you would probably have to
yeah.
tip 20 around, but like
Yeah.
they're not busting your balls about green lights on the back, and you're getting premium
You know,
liquor.
same with high limit room at Resorts World too.
Is it?
It's very comfortable. If you've never been to the high
It's the
limit
most
room at
beautiful
Resorts
high
World,
limit room in the whole city.
they got couches in there.
They
You
should have
can go-
kept the piano player, man. That was the classiest touch right when they opened. They had a piano player. For real.
Okay, I vaguely remember.
Right out by the casino floor. The guy was playing the piano. I was like, this is the nicest high limit room I've ever seen.
Okay, a couple more. I finally just looked. Okay, for you, ever play against a poker player with BO so bad you just wanted to go all in?
Of course. These Euros, sorry if you're Euros, but, and I'll tell you even worse story is I had a fat dealer and I was in seat 9, so I'm right here next to this guy. I don't know if he didn't wash his shirt in a month, but his BO was so bad I wanted to die. Thank God I busted like 10 minutes later. I had to sit with him for like an hour. It was grotesque. Yes, it is a real thing. You want to come?
Poker table and airplanes.
Here's one, Kissy Cat. Flamingo Bar is pricey, $28 for a margarita.
That's
Oh,
so absurd. This is
no.
what we're talking about. This is so insane. These people have lost it.
Dave, thank you for the $10, Dave. Did well at MVDA today. Have a round on me. What's MVDA? Is that a casino?
Most valuable dumbass. I don't know.
What is that? Hold on.
I think you just typed MGM. I don't know.
I did well at
MVDA.
MVDA.
Come on, Dave. What's MVDA? We have no idea.
Oh, they want to know what the name of the guy with the hat is.
Guy with a hat? Oh, George.
George Antonakis.
George, the Angry Greek.
I saw a
There
question.
could be some lawsuits coming. Make sure that's not a lawyer, Tanya. All right?
Guys, there's a
It's a
question.
parole
from-
officer.
I will not take a paternity test. All right?
This is a great question, and I got the answer. Marshall Hall III is asking straight up right now in Las Vegas, what is the best promo in town?
You have the answer?
I do.
What's
I
the
don't even
real?
have the answer.
No, I know. I know.
You know?
No, I think you hinted at it yesterday. You mentioned it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been going to, on the edge of town. Is that what you're talking about? On the edge of town, there is the Second Chances Bar, and they have a play 250, get 50 for free between 10 p.m. and midnight, and between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. And the bartenders are great. Go say hi to Hayden. I mean, this place
Speaking of Hayden.
is great.
The one who told you about that you just told is going to be hating you like crazy.
Bring all your friends.
What's the best promo in town? I mean, you know.
It's like what, late hours, tough hours.
Yeah, it's tough hours. It's late. You got to go there. It's on the edge of town. It's past Water Street. But that Second Chances bar, I guess they're doing it till the end of the month. But it's a great promo. I hit it every day, every day I can.
It's a lot of chances for me driving back from there to where I live. I can't.
But that's but people don't understand. That's what you do if you want to make money.
Yeah.
You play these kinds of plays. You do them. You take them where you can get them.
You seek them out.
Yeah. I mean, James Grosjean once, the advantage player, the GOAT of the advantage players, asked me. He goes, "How far would you go for $20 free play?"
Well, that's a good question.
That's a great question. I go, pretty far.
5 miles, 10 miles.
He goes, "Would you go to M Resort?" We were at Crown and Anchor.
Yeah.
He goes, "Would you go to M Resort from here right now for $20 free play?" I said, "Nope." I said, "I wouldn't." So there,
Yes,
Well, because that's like an hour. That's an hour plus worth.
Whatever,
of time.
Anthony will go the furthest of any human I know.
No, you won't.
He won't. You know, people
Well, do
like,
you forget it. I'm not going to say who you know I'm talking about.
I'm not. Let's not out anyone, but for someone with money, he will go the furthest. I don't go when it's down the street. I'm like, I don't want to get off my.
How far would you go to save 6 cents on a gallon of gas?
But you know what? Here's a very important thing. I read something in USA Today recently. It was about problem gambling, and it was well done. It was really well done. And they talk about the dopamine effect and all of this. That people, the problem gamblers, they want action. They crave action. They're unreasonable about getting action. That's why they're problem gamblers. And it dawned on me, and I was talking to somebody about it, and I go, I don't have that. But
You can't relate to that
But
at all.
but I have that about getting an edge. That I will do.
what do we call that?
I will do stupid things just to get an edge.
To varying
because I
degrees,
get
what do we
down
call
on
that?
it.
You have the what? You have the disease.
Yeah.
The disease.
Your disease is getting an edge. It's not gambling,
Yeah, our
but it's the
disease is
same.
getting the edge.
Yeah,
right.
of course.
Right.
Yeah,
We have a lot of friends like that.
Yeah, where would do anything to get the edge. Because sure, you want to make the money, but it's not even necessarily about making the money. It's about knowing that you're doing this thing with an advantage. And it's just, I get off on it. I mean, I literally get off on it, knowing I have the edge.
The ultimate advantage player, and he is. He lives it.
And once the edge is gone, I don't want to play anymore.
That's right. You're done.
I've never seen him play a hand past the. Well, to get some beers, we have.
No,
That's the edge.
But that is still an edge. You're right.
But that's my problem. I'll play until the promo is done, and then the
And then
bartender goes, "You want another beer?" And I go, "Yeah, I do." And then I keep hitting the button, and
See, if you're playing at resorts and the drinks are $25, and you're playing video poker, you really can't lose the edge
You can
there.
justify
I can
it.
drink my way out of that problem.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if I'm playing 5-cent Keno at Resorts World and I'm drinking $20 Don Julio and Yeho, if I go down $40 and I get up 5 free drinks,
All right,
I'm
here's
good.
to all the degenerates out there. Me and Andrew. These guys are too
For all
sharp.
the people who paid
These,
$600
you got 2
for a beer.
winners and a couple of
Yeah,
losers
yeah.
out there. We got me and Andrew.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We'd be done, fuckers.
I'd be down 6 figures lifetime if it wasn't for poker. Cheers.
See you next month.
oh, we're a little bit over time.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh
guys.
no.
That is, yeah.